Live right now. For those of you who are tuning in after the live stream, we're gonna wait for a few minutes here while we make sure everything is stable, everything sounds good. So all my friends in the chat, just let me know if everything sounds and looks decent. I tested it a little bit last night, but I just want to make sure that good to go. Everything looks okay. But like I said, we're gonna wait for a few minutes here. To preface the stream here, we're going to be doing, I'm not sure how long. I'm aiming for about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours of time with the new software. The new software being GrandMA3 public release version 1. I think some people thought that I maybe have like exclusive access to this stuff, and I've been sitting on PC and having access to it, but it's just not the case. I get this stuff the same time you guys do. Uh, it kind of levels the playing field, obviously, and I just want to make sure you guys know that uh, I'm not getting anything in advance from anybody. We're getting this at the same time. Audio quality is low. Can barely hear me. Okay, let me turn it up just a little bit. Okay, so the gain has been turned up. Let me know how that sounds. Okay. So we'll give it about 5 minutes. We got 260 people right now. That's pretty cool. I've got an echo. Can't imagine what would be causing an echo. I'm gonna turn off every other input except the mics. Maybe that's the. Okay. So if there's anything weird going on now, well, there shouldn't be. I've only got one audio input. To continue, I've included links and I've posted links in the chat to download GrandMA3 if you'd like to follow along. Muted audio. No sound now. You can't hear me. Well, I'm looking at the audio is gone. That makes no sense. Hey, yeah. Oh, no sound when I'm the only thing on screen. Okay, I got it. We'll leave it on this screen then. How about that? I'm still figuring out OBS. Okay, I still got 2 minutes before my scheduled like actual stream start. When I change the scene, the audio is gone. See, you guys are good troubleshooters. When I change to that, it's because hang on, let me fix that actually. Okay. So that should be better. Cool. Mystery solved. You guys are so smart. Way smarter than me. I was freaking me out because like there's like a 20-second delay, and so when you said there was no sound, I was like experimenting with. I'd already moved on from the face screen stuff. Say in Ukrainian, good evening. Yeah, so the timecode rig, that's my next little project. I'm waiting on What am I waiting on? Oh yeah, the patch panel in the back. So I had a custom patch panel printed up from Redco Audio. They do like if you send them, they've got like a little builder on their website where you can build your own patch panel and then they'll manufacture it for you and print labels on it, all that good stuff. Yeah, so I'm waiting on the patch panel, and then I can close up the back. It's got a striplizer in it, backup UPS power supply. It's got a SMPTE to MIDI translator for onPC. Got a really nice audio card in it for Resolume. Yeah. Oh, and it's got a PoE switch in it too, and it's all in 3U. Okay, so we've waited our established 5 minutes, and we've already gotten a donation. Who donated? I'm gonna go check and see. SP Service with an emoji 100. Thank you. Okay, so I am starting from literally nothing with onPC. This is what you guys will see if you download it and open it. And I figured this would be a better way of doing it than starting with something pre-established. So like I said, and like the title of the video indicates, this is an experimentation stream. As we all know, this is version 1. So things are destined to change. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to see MA2 version like 1 or 2 when it was first released. It looks worlds, pardon the pun, different than the current version 3.8. So yeah, someone just asked, did they get rid of auto create? I can't seem to find it. I couldn't find it either. So last night I spent a couple hours plinking around and getting ready for today's stream so I don't look like a total imbecile like I did last time with the MA3. So we should at least be able to make something. So anyways, when you load onPC version, we're on 1.0.0.3. I think this will be funny to look back in the future when MA3 is like way more well established and has a lot more features. It'll be funny to look back at this and see where we all came from. The first thing you'll notice, I've got 3 screens open here. We may just stay on this screen so I avoid any audio issues. But yeah, so instead of having, oh, let's just go through our screens here. Apologies, I'm still learning the software too, obviously. I've only been playing with it for 2 days. So all of your screens are under this little button here. It's like it looks like a hard key, like what the image of a hard key looks like. This is like what the MA2 version of command overlay was, except it's not really an overlay. It's a pop-up that covers the whole screen, which I don't really like, because you can't like store stuff and then click on anything that's behind it. So there's my first criticism. Yeah, there's no effects pool and no auto create. Effects are done through phases. Yep, Ezra's right. Hey, Ezra. I think you can also, yeah, so this is also the Grandmaster here. Little in the command screen overlay. What I do like, though, is they've now added basically like tooltips, right? Where if you hover over stuff, they're out here. God. Learning this software is going to be annoying. Yeah, so now there's like tooltip overlays in the command line. So if you look in the command line down here, you can see that anytime I hover over anything, there are tooltips, which is cool. Yeah, the whole rotate to adjust thing, that's how it works with all the encoders as well. And I actually kind of like it, because if you've ever been using onPC with a keyboard and mouse, on MA2, it was really pretty finicky to get it finely tuned. And with this, I think they can make it better. It's not great right now, but I think they can make that rotation with the mouse a lot easier in the future. Okay, so there's your overlay. That's where you'll be spending a lot of your time if you're on onPC in this overlay. And then these are also the 16, I believe. What is it? Yeah, 16 plus 8 rotary encoders. If you notice on the MA3 command wing, these are those buttons. These 24. Is that what it is? Yeah. These 24 encoders, or sorry, these 24 executors are the ones on the MA command wing, and also the ones that are in the underneath the little mini screens. You can also use your mouse scroll wheel to interact with the encoders. See, I'm learning so much from you guys. See here. Yeah, but it's very slow. That's like painfully slower than just grabbing it. Greetings from the Netherlands. Good luck working on it. I've got to go do a live show. Have a good show. All right. So like I said, this is the command overlay like you'd be used to in MA2. Big change is there are predefined views now. This is like probably the most annoying thing for people who were starting with MA2, who had come from a different console like Camsys or Avolites or anything like that. Those consoles have predefined views that you can just kind of start right away with. And now MA has that as well. You could also delete these, move them, all that stuff, all the things you would normally do with a view. So this isn't like something that's going to be annoying for the power users. You can just delete these and make your own show file the way you want it. Ooh. 5 Great British Pounds from Timkey Clinker. Hi, I'm that guy from YouTube who asked about the Robe spider problem, LOL. Really like your videos, been using the MA2 Lite for the past 4 years. Thanks for the donation. Okay, so let's patch some lights and actually start playing around. So patch access through this gear cog. We have a similar setup to MA2, where we have patch, live patch, and then output configuration would be like network configuration. So you got like in MA2, you've got network control. That's just called network here. And then output configuration is where you can assign what all of your outputs of MA equipment are. I don't have any MA equipment, or at least I don't have any MA3 equipment, and my MA2 is still on a truck heading back from Orlando. Greetings from Sweden. Hello. You're an FOH audio guy. Why are you watching this? I don't know. Tell me. You tell me. Okay, so let's get to patching some fixtures. Go into patch. It really does kind of guide you through, much like MA2 guides you through. I think it's a little even easier. We do have GDTF fixtures available. Not a whole lot, mind you. But the nice thing about these GDTF fixtures in the future is going to be the cycle that it allows you to have between designing and programming and operating. And the manufacturers, that's euros, not pounds. It shows how much I know. Whatever, if it's not an American dollar sign, I don't know what it is. Might as well be Bitcoin. Sorry about that. So you can see there's only a few GDTF fixtures in here, and you can also import any of the MA2 library. So this is the first, I think, first version that has had the MA2 library in full in it. So I think you could actually use this on a real show. The last time I had a real MA3 in an actual show situation, we actually had, what is it? GrandMA3 has, can't find it. Oh yeah. So this was originally all the fixtures that were in the MA3 library, and we just happened to have quantum profiles on our rig that day, so I patched them and used them in MA3 mode. That was fun. But now it looks like you can actually fully patch an output and run a real show. I think you could run a show on MA version 1. I would never recommend that, and you should not. You definitely should not do that. But you finally legitimately could. So let's patch. Let's just patch some Vipers since I'm super familiar with Vipers. Do a profile, and we can see here, instead of getting a list of 80 different fixtures, each with their own line for the modes are underneath little arrow icons. So 16-bit, just the regular 16-bit. Select. They auto number just like an MA2. Let's just do 10 of these. We'll do 4 downstage, 6 upstage, something like that, please. And then fixture ID. Here's a cool thing I've discovered and learned about MA3 that is different than MA2, and that is you can you don't have to have a fixture ID or a channel ID anymore. You have to have something that identifies the fixture, and I'm just going to put a placeholder fixture ID of 101 for now for this range. You can see they auto patched, but we now have ID types. So fixture and channel are, from MA2 and MA1 as well. So if you're not familiar with fixture and channel, they're just different ways of identifying fixtures in your rig. So, and they can be different numbers too. They don't have to be the same number. So for example, if I show up to a festival and they have all of their channel IDs set up as channel IDs, all their IDs set up as channel IDs, I can have different fixture IDs from their channel IDs for the same fixtures, and we can organize them in different ways. So if it makes sense for them to organize it in a certain way for their master electrician and their crew chief to build it, and I have a different way of thinking about it in my head, you can do it that way as well. But now, beyond fixture and channel, you also have, I believe it's 9 total. Yeah, you have 9 total ID types. They're called fixture ID types, I guess. And you can rename these too, which is really, really cool. They're kind of set as placeholder names right now. Hello from France. Hello from Seattle, Washington. You can rename these to, I don't know, downlights, something like that. If you need to have more ID types for the type of show that you're doing, this is really handy for like venue spaces, for house rigs, or if you're doing like corporate events, this would be super useful, I believe. Seattle gang, rise up. Yes, Seattle gang, rise up. I'm not sure what this global is. I think global might be kind of a placeholder. I think it's locked, maybe. Can't quite tell. Global might be, I'm not sure. And that's the thing. I don't know a lot about this software. I'm learning it literally as we're doing it right now. This isn't really a tutorial. More of a let's play of MA3. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's no free universe with MA3. Hey, Tim. Where are you? You're in Shanghai or are you in London? Make up your mind, man. One thing that is way different about MA3 than MA2 that I've noticed is there's no set layers. You don't have to create a layer to patch fixtures. Whereas in MA2, and I believe 1. I'm not an expert on MA1 by any means. In fact, I've only used an MA1 for maybe 10 hours. In MA2, you have to have. Oh, and did I only patch 9 of these? Copy paste. On Viper 10. Okay, so we got our 10 Vipers patched. Anyways, like I was saying, you don't need to have a layer created in MA3. You keep adding to the list of fixtures. But here's the really cool part. So right now we're looking at the condensed view of the patch. If we click on this little tab up here, then you can see we have similar options, but more options to MA2. The two most obvious things being this layer and class column, which if you're a designer, you work in CAD or Vectorworks, those two words will be very familiar to you. There is a command overlay that it looks like this, right? Answering questions I see in the chat. I've also got the command line feedback pulled up for everyone to see exactly what I'm doing. But here's the thing. Layers, you can still create them for organizational purposes, but you don't need them for patching purposes. You don't need to make them. But if I were to make a layer that was Vipers, and then we'll do like some mega points, and because we have GDTF fixtures in here, we can do Aura XBs. And then maybe X4 bar. And you can also assign, as you can see, scribbles and appearances to each of these, which I think, I'm not sure where those would show up as the layers. Let's try it out. So this is for the X4 bar 20, I believe. Yeah. So if we make a scribble that is X4, apply it, I wonder where that will show up. New Viper one. Who knows? Maybe that'll show up somewhere else. That's cool. I just locked the desk. How do I unlock it? Oh, man. Print screen, I think. Right? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. What did I just do? What? I'm just hitting print screen. Oh, I took a screen. I took like 10 screenshots. Okay, so that's print screen. Pause break locks the desk. Disco mode. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, figured out something new today. Print screen does screenshots. That's sick. I really like that actually. That'll make making YouTube videos a lot easier. Got stuff. You can add an image to a preset. Yeah. Okay, so I guess you can assign scribbles and images to pretty much anything. So we'll back out of this layers thing, and let's go ahead and assign these to the Viper layer. I'm not going to worry about class. I guess class is the same concept as layers, and you can define them how you want to. So if you wanted to do your layers as locations of fixtures, and then your class as types of fixtures, then you can use. I don't want to spoil it just yet. Let me patch some more fixtures. So let's do mega points. I said I would. Again, it's just one line. Then you can. I don't know why it wasn't like this before. Little things like that. Mega point 1. Let's do, I don't know, 30 mega points or something like that. Something ridiculous. Fixture ID. And then in here, now that we have layers patched or layers created, we could go in here and assign them. And I'll start it universe 2.1. Who cares? So now he's got assigned to a class. I'm just going to unassign. Not sure why they got assigned to a class, so I didn't select anything. We'll use the 3D in a second. Okay, here's a good question. Would you say MA3 is better than MA2? No. Not at this moment in time. You gotta understand that MA2 has had 12 years of development time and 12 years of customers providing feedback and just having that development cycle create what it is today. MA2, in my opinion, is the most powerful console still, by far, and will continue to be until MA3 takes over or some other, God forbid, some other console takes up the market share. But right now, MA2 is the most powerful platform for controlling fixtures and media on any size stage. Speaking of sizes of stages, you can now patch up to 1024 MA universes in MA2, up from 256 that you could do in MA2. Now we've got 1024 to play with. And I think MA1 had 64. So if you notice, we just keep adding. Keep doubling, keep quadrupling, excuse me. Okay, so let's continue on. Patch some more fixtures. What else did I say I was going to patch? X4, or sorry, Aura XBs. Hey, there's a char bar in here. Speaking of Clay Packy, you guys should keep your eyes peeled for a special video coming up. GDTF, Aura XB. I'm gonna patch the extended mode of the Aura just to see how MA handles the multiple instances. I'm really not sure. I haven't used any like multiple instance fixtures in MA3 yet. Aura XB1. Let's just do 20 of these, starting at 301. And I'll add those to the Aura XB. Select, oh, and that's why. I hit select instead of none. 5.1. Those are patched now. And let's again grab some X4 bars. X4 bar 20. This is so much nicer. We'll do single picks. That's like 48 channel, something like that. What up, Christian? What up, Nathan? Okay, so X4 bar 21. Just do 12 of these. Keep it easy. We'll add our layers. Universe 6 might as well. Okay, now here's what I wanted to show you guys. Let me see if I can just make this. I'm using a lot of this screen. Okay. So since we're staying on this screen, might as well keep this screen up, right? For now, at least. We can filter out. If we enable this little filter button, space here. If we enable the little filter button up here, we can now filter out by layer. This is the feature I've been asking for in MA for forever. is just a way to, in the patch, limit, filter, sort, whatever you want to call it, by fixture location, fixture ID, any of this. And if you have all of your fixtures named properly, like you should, you can even filter out by, let me turn off the layer restriction. So anything with an A in it will show up. Or if I just want to find my mega points real quick, I can do that. And then you can sort it by patch after that, descending, anything with an A, descending in the patch. Like, I'm really glad they implemented this. Because if there's one thing that was super missing, it was definitely that. Yeah, no more scrolling, no more having to sort through all sorts of different layers to find what you need. This is a godsend. The new patch window is incredible. I'm not sure what this little X was. This clear all filters. I'm assuming that's what it is. Yeah, so this would be like a delete all filters. So if you have like I said, A in here, and then filter it by mega point or something like that. And if you hit X, clears out your filter. So filters for the patch. That is sick. Filters for the patch. My gates threshold is probably a little high. I could just move the mic closer. Okay, so we'll leave the patch and we'll save our changes. And now we can start playing around with fixtures. So if we go over to our 3D window, we can see we have, well, I guess you can't really see it because they're patched at the origin. We grab our first 4 Vipers, and just like in MA2, you hit setup, little icon in the top here. Then your screen 2 changes to 3D controls, and you can move the fixtures up. We'll put them at like 7.5 meters, something like that. It's pretty normal trim height for medium level show, something like this. You can also, just like in MA2, you can type in ranges for the stage, probably like -5 through 5. That'd be in meters. And then let's swing our view to the 2D top. And we'll maybe move this a little further down stage. One thing I really, really don't like about the 3D view is the tools. I don't really like that. I don't know. There's just no real intuitive way right now, like there was in MA2. I liked having the little icon in the corner, the little like XYZ controller button thing. Yeah, feels alien for sure. This is like if I don't know, I can't think of a good analogy. This is like you they say it's like riding a bike, you never forget, except the bike now you have to ride it backwards and it has like 3 wheels instead of 2. Which I guess would be easier. Now it's a unicycle and you have to ride it backwards. And it has like 10 more bells on it than you're used to. Okay, so we got those placed. Let's place our next set of Vipers. God, I hate going into the command overlay to do this. So highlight 5 through 10. Click the title bar of the 3D view. Do -7 through 7. And then we'll put them at 6 meters. Maybe a little higher. 7 meters. So much content in 3 days. Yeah, this is 3 videos in 3 days, guys. A lot of those were done a long time ago, though. So, okay. So those Vipers are placed. Let's do a ground row of mega points. How about that? Actually, let's keep it consistent. Let's do like an upstage of 8 beams. Then we'll do the rest on the floor. Okay, here's a bug I've found. If you're using the scroll bar on the right side, it won't show you everything in your fixture sheet. You have to actually scroll with the scroll wheel. And then once you do that, no, see, it still doesn't work. Is that how it's supposed to be? Am I like, this is wrong, right? Like I shouldn't have to, the scroll window, or is that just for, let me try something here. No. I've definitely got it right in my head. So if you have the window, like right now I have it minimized. If you look at my screen, it actually looks like this. Okay, this is like what my desktop looks like right now. Since I have these two windows smaller than normal, if I go into a fixture sheet, I can't scroll through the whole fixture sheet. I have to click and then manually scroll. So I'm pretty sure that's a bug. I don't think that's intended. Yeah, I wouldn't use GrandMA3 for a show until at least version 2. Yeah, or 3. I think, I don't know. It obviously has to go by feel. You can't just like set a timeline on when you're going to use GrandMA3 for the first time. Yeah, but if the scroll bar was just to access the MA view, like you see what I'm saying? If I maximize this window, now I have full access. Like what? But if it's minimized, now I can't access it. What? Am I missing something? Oh, I see what it is. I'm an idiot. Okay. There are two scroll bars. And they overlap oh my god, that's so confusing. So there are two scroll bars, guys. I heard you liked scroll bars. So not broken. But I think that's wrong. That's just weird. Because if you don't scroll all the yeah, the tiles don't scale with the window. Okay, mystery solved. I still don't like it. We'll go back to our screens here. Let's finish placing mega points. Go scroll back. Really? Okay, so here's our 6. Clear. And let's do 8 mega points. And we'll just do like -6.5 through 6.5. Cool. Ooh, you can use a line. Very cool. I think, try that. Interesting. Kind of like it. Okay, this is nice. You now have, well, I think this already was in MA2. Group versus single rotation mode. Or was it not? Maybe I'm totally wrong. I think that's maybe new. Oh, there is an align button right here. I'm smart. I am very smart. Cool. All right. Back to placing. How many more do I have? A lot. Okay, copy that. Let's do maybe do 8 more. Hmm. Align modes work differently than in MA2. You've got your slash that does the same that... Okay, I see. Check the calibrate position button. Okay, let's figure it out. Calibrate position. Whoa. That's crazy. I don't even know what I'm looking at. So I don't even know where to begin with this. Skip it. Move on. Let's get these placed. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by fun things that I want to try out. Shit. I mean, shoot. I know this must be so interesting for everybody. What? The new 3D better than MA3D? Man, it's all version 1 stuff. Like you can't there's no way to like there's no apples to apples comparison with anything MA3 right now. You just can't. I mean, you can, but it's I don't think it's a worthwhile comparison. I'm not like being the MA fanboy here. It's just reality. Okay, so now we got at least something. I will say that like shortcuts with control and shift in the MA window or the 3D window are severely lacking. I have to like go and move. I have to go switch tools every time I want to like move the window. There's an at and a clear button. Where's the clear button? Oh, that's pretty cool. Sweet. Hot tip. I can't resize the windows because that's the only way for me to see both of them on screen and have them show up on the stream at the same time. So that's we just kind of have to power through that. Switch to creative mode. Duh. So that's cool. This little is this at thing supposed to just be a mini programmer that I can? Yeah. Okay. It's kind of like this is kind of like the store options for whoa, cut programmer, copy programmer, paste programmer. Huh. Resize the inner window. Oh, I see what you're saying. I am very smart. Of course. There we go. Genius level. You guys are so smart. Where would I be without you? Okay, let's see if we can make some cues. I'm just going to kind of treat this like... I know I haven't placed the X4 bars. We've been spending way too much time doing that. Let me store this view, right? Is there... There's really no shortcut for that. You have to just... Oh, whoops. Toggles the control bar. Okay, that's the control bar. Got it. Copy that. And this is the view. Okay. Is there a way to make the visualizer show what the next cue in line looks? Yeah, it's just a preview, PRV W. If you search for preview in the, you know what I mean. Okay. So let's actually make some groups here. How about that? If I can make... Okay, here's another cool thing. You can draw the size of the box that you want for your pools now. I'm gonna make some worlds and some groups, which in all honesty should be the same thing. There shouldn't really be a difference, in my opinion. Let's see what happens if I don't define a size. Okay, then it just fills the rest of the screen like MA. MA2. So I guess if you do, what is it? So the reason, oh yeah, the reason I was doing the print screen thing was because before that would allow you to have direct access to the command line without having to click on it. So let's make a quick little group here. I didn't see an auto create, which is kind of a bummer. I'm sure that'll be on the list of things to create. So let's make Viper group store. Oh, I guess this is a good time for us to experiment with the new way that pools work, right? Because I can just create a selection here and then long press. Sick. Okay. That's cool. You don't have to press store anymore. You can just hold down on a pool item and it'll create it. So if we make a world for our Vipers, call that Vipers. And then a world for our mega points after we make a group. Mega point. They should auto name. Like, that's kind of lazy. Mega point, and then, oh, can I? Oh. Oh. That's cool. So can I delete? If this lets me delete out of here, I'm gonna resize this just a little bit and add a, what is it called? Because they've rearranged everything in here, and I'm complaining about it. I think it's, what's it called? Selection grid. Yes. Cool. Yeah, and you can swipe for more stuff too. I just wanted to experiment with the so that's cool. It flashes. I'm sure you can change what color it is too. Toggle grid lines. So here's the real question though. Can I delete like a fixture out of here and it'll just like remove that one fixture from the group? Delete fixture, blah blah blah. No? This is something I've wanted for a while. It's just a way to like delete one fixture from a group without having to like store remove it. Swipe down and you can delete it. Ah. Scary. So you can swipe in any direction. Delete. So that deletes the whole thing. But I'm really curious if there's a way, once I enter edit mode, if I can. You guys can still hear me. Okay, cool. I wonder if there's a way. Because this group editing window has not really been a thing before. Whoa. I don't think you can delete it from here. I think you'd have to delete it from like the selection window. So if I hit clear once. MA3 color picker when? Today. We'll do it today. No, I really don't know. Try to off the fixture. Yeah, I suppose. I wonder if I do. See, but then there's no real difference between that and like just store removing. You know what I mean? So if I do off for, oh, there you go. Did you just solve my problem? Let's see if it's in here now. It's still there. Okay. That's just removing. And I wonder if I update that group. No, that's cues. So now if I store overwrite, let's see if 4 is in there now. Okay, so that's, I mean, it's still pretty much the same way as with MA2. You can double click it in the selection window. Have I made a circle effect yet? No. Try to select the fixture and swipe. Okay, I see what you're saying. See, the problem is as soon as I hit clear once, it clears everything out. So we found the old way of doing this. Okay, that's cool. I kind of like this group window editor. It's like a mini fixture sheet. It's literally a mini fixture sheet. And it pops up in place of your fixture sheet. You can update and press group, and that does the same as store overwrite basically. So if I, hang on. So I've hit off 5 and then update. That's the thing, like I can't, there's no update group. Groups are supposed to be a lot smarter in MA3. At least that's like the plan, I guess. Is that when you update groups, like in MA2, when you update groups, you then have to, it doesn't like populate through the whole system. It works with worlds. Okay, so let's edit the, whoa. Interesting. That group editor is very Camsa style. Yeah, this MA3 is kind of weird because it takes a lot from other features that more recent desks have implemented, which, I mean, cool, whatever. So if I turn off Viper 5 and I hit update, do I want, okay, so if I like try to escape from updating, it works with worlds. That's very interesting. Can I turn my mic up, please? Can you turn your speakers up? Yeah, 1 second. Okay, I added 20% audio. That should be slightly better. Okay, so we've figured out that you can, well, maybe let me try it with mega points again. 201 through 230, I think. Come on. I hate doing streams like this because I'm like, well, I don't really know what to do, so I'm just gonna mess around until something cool happens. So let's try this again. I'm gonna hit off on mega point number 1, and then yes. Oh wait, so update last object. Here we go. Okay, so that works. If you remove it from the group editor and then click away somewhere else, then it'll prompt you to update it. Ear rape now. Uh-oh. God, I literally can't please everybody. The worst part is that the worst part is when like I set a stream event a couple days in advance and then people complain that it's not right now. They're like, "Oh man, I thought it was right now." I'm sorry. I literally can't win. Okay. Let's move on from groups. Gosh, delete. So that's kind of interesting. Wait, why does that have a... No, I don't want to. No. There's no way for me to not update it. Okay, there we go. Let's hit escape. So selection grid is kind of a mystery to me right now. Allegedly, so this is how it makes sense to me. You can select a position on the grid and then you see it like this is, I don't see another way of doing this. This has got to be it, right? Can I add 20? I'll add 50% more angst. Yeah, the blue square is where the next fixtures go. But it's like, okay, in what, or, like, if I add all these, they all go over there. And now I'm screwed. But if I, Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want these. Dude. Do I have to make... Okay, we're going to make a couple of these selection window groups, and then we'll move on to phasers, because I know everybody wants to know about phasers. Let's try this again. I think you have to manually make these until further notice. I'm just going to make a random one that doesn't really have anything to do with anything. Cool. Oh. So I heard something about there being a z-axis. But I can't quite figure out. So they're overlapping. Like I can see the number overlapping. Yeah, if you skip a square, like this is selection grid is supposed to solve a lot of problems that people had when they were programming like non-symmetric effects, or when you wanted to program symmetric effects across groups of fixtures. So selection grid is cool in that you could make a column for every type of fixture. Actually, let's just do that. There's got to be like a smarter way to... So let's just do like 4 vipers. And then starting here, we'll do like 4 mega points. Oh, ah! And then for auras. And I think it includes all of the instances. Right? It must. Because it just did. Yeah. It definitely does. So this is cool because the fixture sheet now recognizes parent fixtures from subfixtures. Yeah, at least you can click in the grid now. I remember when I was experimenting with this at ProLight 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. You couldn't click in the selection grid window. Okay, so now if I make this a group, I have a feeling groups are going to be like... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the mic. Groups are going to be what worlds are today, in my opinion. So let's do phaser test 1 for that group. So now if I call that group again, it shows you, like, groups are way smarter. Groups in MA2 were super dumb, like as dumb as it could possibly get. But groups in MA3 are like a combination of it's a combination of like effect order, selection order, groups, like it's way smarter, it feels like. So let's try to run a phaser here. So for people who are confused about phasers, and I'm not an expert on phasers, I know I've said that a couple times that I'm not an expert on this. This is just experimentation. And I'm literally just coming off of tour where I've done nothing but work on MA2. And this is the first moment I've had to actually sit down and play with the software. This is more like a first impressions than anything. But this phaser concept is pretty cool, and it's only been used by a couple other consoles, the Virtuoso, the V676, being the most notable one. It's like the PRG desk. It's crazy insane. Instead of every... You have to think of everything as an effect now, where in MA2 you had two value effects where you go from like a low value to a high value, and then you apply a waveform and you affect it that way. But in MA3, phases are like points on a graph, and you can have up to, I believe it's 127 points on the x-axis of this graph. So instead of just going from point A to point B and then back A, back to B, you can now create basically like custom waveforms that stop at different values instead of, just using like a predefined form. And then you can change, much like you would do in like some video editing software, like the keyframes and the acceleration and the deceleration. And I think it's going to open up a whole new look for shows. Because right now, like you can definitely look at a show and tell like, oh yeah, that's an MA show, or that's a KAMSA show. I know I can, at least. So hopefully this will allow you to be a lot more granular with how things look. 64. It's got to be more than 64. I'm pretty sure it's 127. 128 officially. Let's see. So if I God, it's like alien software. So if we go to full and then create a new phaser step and go to 0, it automatically starts running. I'm not sure why the auras aren't. Whoa. Subfixture 301 is running. Interesting. Let's go back to this. Open. Hit the little arrow button for our next phaser step. Our next phase, I suppose. It's not just a phase. Maybe you have to... I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But now, here's the cool part. If we do... What is it? Phase, just like you would do in MA 0 through 360. Now the phases run over the x-axis instead of per individual selection order. I don't think it's getting stuck because, like, if I select both, it shouldn't matter that the background and the main instance are running the same dimmer effect. It should still show up. I'm not sure. Let's take a look and see what it looks like in 3D. This does not really correlate because I just kind of picked a random selection. But you can see how you can do effects by group a lot easier now. And if you could, for example, I don't have any of these macros built up, but I'm already imagining macros in my head where I can create, I can store groups using that XYZ selection grid order for different types. So I can assign all my spot fixtures to X offset 1 and then just have them run down the y-axis in a line. And you can do this with types of fixtures, locations of fixtures. And right now in MA2, to get that same effect, it takes me forever, because you have to basically have worlds set up for all of your locations, and you have to have macros set up to update the effects and the phases of the effects based on the number of regions that you're chasing. So if I could just update a group and then it just fixes everything, that's way better. Yeah, grid keyword. So I think if you do like what? Help grid. Oh, cool. So syntax would be y-axis / x-axis / z-axis. Or, okay, so you can just do position fixture to position fixtures in a defined area in the selection window. Okay, so here you go. So this is what the macro would maybe look like. Let me clear out here. I guess I can use this little @ right? Is there, yeah, there's a clear. Yeah, so if you do, I wonder if you can do it by name. Fixture. Mega. Yeah, cool. So you just grab all your mega points by doing that. So fixture mega with the wild card. And then grid 1 1 1. Or do you have to do it first? At grid 1 1 1. Assign grid 1 1 1. Oh, illegal object. Why am I wearing a cap? Just because I can. I got my hair cut like yesterday, and I rolled out of bed to do the stream. It's nice and cozy. My girlfriend bought it for me for my birthday. Grid first, then select. Yeah, but I don't think... let's try it. Grid 1 1 1 fixture... mega. See, that didn't work. Grid first, then select. So grid 1 1 1. Grid 0 0 0. So that predefines like where you're going to start selecting from. But grid 1 1 1, please. Now, since everything is here, if I do fixed, also the reason why I'm doing fixed instead of fixture or fix, that's the abbreviation for the keyword fixture in the console. So every keyword you don't have to type out in full. You just have to do the first like chunk of it that identifies it. And if you ever need to know what those are, let's do, what is it? Command help. Does command help not work? I guess it doesn't. If you do that in MA2, you can see what it is. My girlfriend shrunk my anti-lighting club hoodie in the dryer. Do I dump her? Yes, immediately. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a bunch of boxes here. I turned the gamma down. You can't really see. Yeah, you're still a mod. In MA3, it's just help in the command line. Ah, so it's no longer CMD help. So you see all these green highlighted words. Those are the shortcuts for when you're typing. You don't have to type out the whole word. You can just type those green letters and it will it'll do that. So actually, while we're here, why don't we go through Let's see if there's any fun new ones that we haven't seen yet. Action is new. Align transition is new. Beat is new. I think block is new. Let's see what else. Chat unignore. That's new. Delete global variable. I think that's new. Phasers are different than effects. Not better, not worse. Well, eventually they'll be better. Once everybody gets a firm grasp on everything, it'll be better. Edit option is new. I'm sure there's a few other new ones in here, but I just don't. I'm pointing out the ones that I know for sure that I haven't seen before. Invert is not new. List owner. List ref. That's cool. Next Y and next Z. Those are new. Print USB stats. Slash equals property. Starts a property name. Okay, that's new. Recast. Very new and very cool. Man, I would have killed to have recast on this last tour on MA2. The Lewis Child tour. Just because I didn't... It would have been nice when I ran into some fixtures that I didn't have presets for in my clone rig. If you just recast it, then it updates with new data. That's super cool. It's like updating. It's like if store and update had a baby. If that makes sense. It's like if store and update had a baby. That's recast. We're about halfway through the stream, just so you guys know. Planning on like 2.5 or 3 hours. Appreciate you guys checking it out. What else we got? So recast, I just mentioned that. That's cool. Send OSC. Praise Lord. Step is new. Unblock is new. White balance. That's definitely new. Oh god, there's even more. Acceleration is new because that's that has to do with phasers. Of course, that would be new. Blah blah blah. What else? I think knock in is new. Like knockout is normal, but I think knock in is new, if I'm not mistaken. Battery status, that's new. Jeez, okay, there's a lot new in here. Nothing crazy down here as far as I can tell, but there's definitely some new stuff. Key bindings are not available for a keyboard yet. I'm sure that'll be coming very soon. Okay, let's figure out this grid thing. Let me do help grid again. To position fixtures in a defined area. Huh. So, I mean, I think I'm following this correctly. Maybe it just isn't working. So if I do to position fixtures in a defined area in the selection window, so let me try that. Grid 0, 0, 0 through 0, 0, 0, right? And then no, see, that still doesn't work. Because I want all of, wait. I have an idea. So if I do grid 0, 1, 0 through 0, 9, 9, 9, 9, 0. Oh. And then I do fixed mega. Genius. Big brain. Yeah, Ty. What's up, dude? Yeah, I finally gave I relinquished him back to Toucan Productions. Right as we figured out how to do grid. We did it. Mission accomplished. I actually do feel smart for that one. Just mildly. That's the first time I felt smart in MA3. That and when I accidentally made the circle when Christy Lights lent me the MA3. What's the opposite of F in the chat for making a successful thing happen? Okay, so that's cool. So theoretically, what you could do, you'd have to do let's write a macro. Let's write a macro to do it, guys. Oh, here's a macro. I love they're using the little script, the scroll. I do decree that this shall be the commands that we shall execute. So new macro line. This would be grid 0. I wonder, can you do diagonals? How does it do that? How does it even? So grid 0, 0, 0 through 0, 9, 9, 9. It seems it's so dirty to write it like that. And of course, I just got an email that says that our mailroom was broken into at the apartment complex. It's great. So now I'll insert a new macro line. It would be fixture. Actually, we'll just do group spots. And then you would do grid 0, 0, 0 through 0. Wait. No, it'd be 1. Through 1, 9, 9, 9, 0. Group beams. Opposite on the keyboard is J from F. I guess that's true. Okay, so let's see if this does it. Let's actually do it so that the grid starts. No. I like this. Let's keep this. Oh yes, swipies are sick. Okay, so we'll do this test macro, grid macro 1. Now we just need to make our spots. So we'll do fixture Viper. Okay, that selects all of our Vipers. So now, is there a store in here? There's no store in here. Now I gotta go store. I know it's already here, but I'm just gonna overwrite it just for sanity. Grop was Hagrid's brother from Harry Potter, wasn't he? I don't know. You guys are way nerdier than I am. You tell me. Super impressed by my work. Oh, thanks. I'm not really doing anything right now. I'm like, I feel stupid in this software, which is okay. I get how it's supposed to be, but I genuinely feel dumb. There, and I fixed the gain on my screen. Yeah, I genuinely feel dumb just playing around in this software. Press and hold, yeah. You're right, I know. Press and hold, swipies, all that. It's just very hard to, when you've spent 10,000 hours on MA2 and 2 hours in MA3, it's hard to remember some of this stuff. So if I rename that, oh wait, swipey, label spots, and then I'm gonna do fixture mega. So honestly, this should make you guys feel great about yourselves, because this means that you're in a position. Oh my god. So I just held down on that and it edited the group rather than doing the overlay. So do I have to, let me try that again. Stop editing. Okay. So if we do, I'm just going to rename this one. Screw it. So if we do label, beams. I know it's not actually beams. Yeah, I mean, it's XYZ coordinates, but I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure that it's only integers. You can't do like, it's not like decimals. You can't have division of, it just like rounds to the nearest one, I'm pretty sure. So if you tried to make a V, they wouldn't do it. Scope, LED. So let's try this macro. Fantastic. Let's see what happened. 1 through, grids can be created using matrix width. Oh god. Yeah, you guys who are just learning MA3 and who didn't learn MA2, you're gonna get a way bigger jump start on all of us MA2 guys. I can just feel it. How can you unlock the desk when you lock it by accident? Hit the pause button on your keyboard. Or press on a screen, top left, bottom right. Matrix overlay. I think I need to do this with, oh my goodness, it takes forever. Okay, so let's do this step by step. Clear all. We'll do grid 0, 0, 0 through 0, 9, 9, 9, 0. Okay, highlights that whole column, so it shows where it should be. You seem a bit overwhelmed, do I? I am. Let's try a z-axis one. 0, 0, 0 through 0, 0, 9, 9, 9. Hey, cool. So now I select group spots. Oh, I know why. I know why. It's because groups have selection grid stored in them inherently. So you have to do it by fixtures. You can't do it by groups. So fixture spots, right? No, it'd have to be Viper wildcard. You guys, we're breaking ground here. And then grid 2, let's just skip 1. 200 through 20999. All right, here we go. This is it. Now we do fixture mega. There we go. So I'm making a tower of mega points. Look at this. It's like the Matrix. Get it? The Matrix. So now if I store that to group, like I'm just going to make a, oh, I don't have to open up the overlay. Watch. Guys, I'm so smart now. I can just long press. And then we'll do, call this phaser test 2. Please never make that joke again. You got it. All right, let's see if we can make like a recipe or use recipes, step recipes. Oh God. I actually got to watch The Matrix for the first time a couple days ago. It's pretty good. I was chatting with Katy Perry's LD earlier today, and he wasn't very impressed by MA3. I mean, nobody's impressed by version 1 software. I know I keep saying that. I'm not trying to like beat a dead horse, but it's version 1. This is like an experiment. It is kind of a bummer though that it's taken so long. But I get it. They don't want to ruin their reputation by, I mean, it's like there's two balances here. It's like, do you ruin your reputation by you got like 2 doors in front of you. Ruin your reputation by releasing software too late that isn't ready, or by releasing software too late that is like decently ready to at least experiment with, or do you choose option B, which is release software that isn't ready too quickly, and then you ruin people's shows, and then your company dies? You know, it's the same way between MA1 and MA2. I wasn't around for that transition, thankfully. This is my first like big console generation transition since I've been doing lighting, and I've heard from more experienced people than I that the transition was much the same. So that's just gonna be how it is. The beta should have been public. I mean, this is the beta. I get what you're saying. Yeah, the beta should have been public, and it shouldn't have only been on consoles. But I played around with the beta, and it wasn't even worth playing around with. It was more frustrating than anything. It's like if you were to show someone your work in progress project of anything, and you know what you have to work on. Like you're like, I know I need to do these 40 things to get this in a presentable manner. But if you release it to the public, everyone's just going to see those 40 things and then some. So I understand why. Yeah, MA4 will have 15 screens. Okay, so now that we have these towers of selection grid, it's so sick. I wonder if, okay, I'm going to try something. grid. So grid is like the keyword that places your cursor. You can click it manually too, but you cannot drag and draw. If that makes sense. So you can't. I can't like extrude. If they had an extrude function, can you imagine? I'm adding that. Well, I'm gonna make a list of things in a couple days of what I want to add to MA, but not like they'll ever listen. No, they do listen to a lot of like the extreme power users, people who do massive shows, people who do theater stuff. Okay, so grid. What is this? 5. Let's see. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So grid 4. 0, 0 through 4, 0. I don't know. I want to figure out. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to have an unrestricted z-axis here, rather than just typing in 9,999,999. Yeah, the command line looks a lot easier. It's a lot easier on the eyes to like identify what's going on. I think this is the only way right now is to just, whoa. Okay, so let's find the limit here. Oh, I think I just found the limit. I think it's a 10,000. Okay, that's enough. Wait, I wonder if it is just showing up that way and it just doesn't visualize it. Fixture, aura. Ah. Oops. Hi, bro. Yeah, no move and block for the moment in this version. Okay, so let's edit our macro so that it is, instead of calling groups, you can't, I guess in MA3 you kind of have to divorce the idea of using pre-existing groups to call just selection orders of fixtures, is now they're baked in. They're like that Twitter meme where it's like now you have to call everything by the actual fixture ID or its name rather than by the group that it's in. If I try the daylight mode, no, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm using onPC and I'm inside my house. It is daylight, but it's not like daylight. It's not festival daylight. Fixture. What do I want to do? Viper. Fixture mega point. I'm adding those asterisks for wildcards. So now, let me clear all. If I use this macro, it doesn't work. Oh, man. So let's see if I add a wait time. You'd be surprised how many things are solved by just adding a macro wait time. I wonder if you did 000 through 001 and to hint at a direction and then place fixtures. No, yeah, it doesn't do it that way, unfortunately. Ooh, that's a good idea. The wild card. Because then I would go negative too, because you can do negative z-axis. Ooh, that's okay. Let's try that. Let's try that. Clear all. Grid 0, 0. Negative wild card. Yeah, I might add a clear all. Yeah, there's gonna be 3 videos worth of bumper shoot episodes, 3 total episodes. So we'll do like another setup day and then a combined show days. The last one's gonna be cool because I actually had the cogency to put the GoPro on my head while we were doing changeover, and some stuff happened during changeover that is like a really good learning tool. Long story short, we used 24 Blizzard Pixelicious fixtures. If you're not familiar with the Pixelicious, it's a full universe of LED pixels on a strip. So there's like 480 channels, something like that. And I had 24 of them, and they use ArtNet Direct In. And when we started our changeover, after I went through and configured everything, so I configured the IP addresses, the subnets, the ArtNet universe offsets, and the start addresses, and the mode, those 5 settings on each of these 24 fixtures, we moved them into place on stage during our changeover, and about a third of them lost their memory. So I went to turn them on and like run the test pattern of LEDs from Resolume, and only like 2/3 of them were working properly. And we had like 15 minutes, so it's like 15 minutes of me going through and frantically resetting all of those 5 settings per fixture by memory. So that'll be fun. Okay, so we're gonna try the next bumper shoot vlog. I'm gonna aim for like 2 weeks from now. I've got another video for next weekend, which is really cool. I don't know. I'm like fingers crossed, prayer hands emoji, hoping that we'll have it done in time. Timecode breakdown vid, yeah. Plus a video on that box. That's like my new favorite thing. It works so well. Scares me. Okay, let's figure out this selection grid thing. Let's experiment with this, because I think selection grid and groups are going to be like the 2 most powerful things for preparing how to work with phasers. It's like I really want to get to phasers, but I feel like it's useless unless we have this selection grid thing figured out. Do I know a way to visualize high resolution LED walls in GrandMA3? I'm not sure. I can't remember how to do it. Yeah, there's also a timecode workflow video on the horizon. It's all shot, but it's not edited. That one's not edited yet, but it's done. As far as shooting it, it's not actually done. Okay, let's try the wildcard thing. You guys are distracting me. Grid 0 through 0, 0, positive wildcard. Nope, that doesn't work. Try 0 through what? See, you see how weird that is? It like changed its size. So now let me try fixture. Let me just highlight a couple. That'd be easier. Ah. Yep, see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Look at that. So what exactly was it? It's the wild card. So you can use the wild card. I wonder if you can do a negative wild card. Is there even negative through negative 20? No. So the grid is absolute in the z-axis. Wild cards and grid. I think that's maybe the coolest. Hey Charlie, yeah, send me an email. I don't think my email's down in this video's description yet, but all of my videos they have an email, and it gets slammed with emails. But if you send me if you know actually know how to edit and you like know lighting and stuff, that's kind of what I'm looking for, is someone who knows both lighting and editing. Try to make the grid diagonal. All right, let's try it. 0 through 10 through, oops, 10, 10, 0. Okay, so that's what that does. And now if I try to add fixtures to it, it just goes in a sequential box. Yeah, if you guys are decent at editing, like I have probably 20 videos that are halfway edited or not even started that are, oh my God, Jason. Oh my God. The Mad Lad. It does nothing. There's not even an error. Yeah, don't screw up the videos. Don't screw up the videos. It's pretty it's pretty impossible to screw up my videos. If I don't fully know lighting, yeah, I mean, I've tried to kind of reach out and get editors before, but it's really tough because every video, every single vlog style video or even a tutorial, pretty much any video I upload is about 60 gigabytes worth of content to start with, and then it edits down to around 10 gigabytes as a finished file. So that's like really the hard part, is finding a good way to get all that data back and forth between editors and stuff. It's a lot different when you're like doing let's plays of Minecraft and it's just like a stream, basically, like what we're doing today. Yeah, so like I'm not like, you need to be good at both lighting and editing, and I'll pay you. Like I'll pay you. But we need to figure out a way to make it so that it's quick turnaround. Because like seriously, I've got 2 hard drives full of halfway edited videos. Google Drive doesn't work. It takes like a week to upload one video. Yeah, I might have to do like a NAS or something. I don't know. If anybody out there has a solution that doesn't involve using Google Drive or any like online service that throttles the heck out of the upload speed. It's like the Patreon folder, it took like 4 straight days of my fast connection because they throttled the upload. Okay, back to this. Yeah, it's down to the point where it's faster to mail. Like that's not, say that as a joke, to mail an external solid state drive, but yeah, Jason, it's almost like I need someone who is local and who knows how to use Sony cameras and knows how to edit video and knows about lighting. Yeah, Synology looks pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, that's my current problems, YouTuber problems. And guys, don't move to Seattle. if you want to be an editor, don't move to Seattle for my videos. Jesus. All right, Jackie, I got your message. Okay, back to selection grid and how we can try to break it. Oh. Grid through, no. So what if we do, 550. So X and Y can be negative, but the Z axis remains absolute. You can't do a negative Z axis. I already got the plane tickets. I think that the wild card is the solution here. The single wild card. There's 0. See how it makes a pancake. But if I just do grid 0, 0, 0, it's no longer a pancake. It's I don't know, whatever's flatter than a pancake. But this wild card adds this like background, and now I can just add fixtures. Boop. Look at that. That's cool. Who came up with the wild card? Smart people, man. You guys blow me away. Okay, so let's hop back into that macro and finish it up. I'm going to add a clear, insert new macro line. Although I don't know if clear will actually fix that problem, because does one clear remove the selection? Yeah, it does. So we can't use clear during these grid macros. Yeah, I mean, I have my connection speed is good. It's not gigabit good, but it's good. But right now I'm being throttled by like Google Drive and Dropbox. That's the main limitation for getting people to edit videos. Through 1 fixture mega. Okay, so let's try this. Maybe I'm hoping this will work now. What am I doing wrong, guys? This is exactly what I typed in. Fixture Viper. It's just, I'm going to delete that first wild card just in case that's messing it up. It shouldn't be, but. Grid. Yeah, I don't think that should do it though. Like that shouldn't screw it up. No, but I guess it does. All right, so that's our phaser test 2. Sorry, maybe that went through the mic. So step recipe. Let's do so we made a macro that generates that group, and then we could add another line that says store group group 11 /o, and then we do label group phasers by type. We'll add a clear all at the beginning of this. Actually, let's do a blind edit. Wait, does it not actually? Oh no. It doesn't give you the actual keywords in here. Macros don't have keywords or keyword abbreviations. Yeah, I think I'm just going to build a NAS. The wildcard at the front of the fixture name shouldn't cause that to happen, because that doesn't make any sense why it wouldn't make it function. But whatever. Blind edit on. Clear all. And then blind edit off. Clear all. Blind edit off. I'm kind of scared that. Well, let's see. Let's do a test here. Let's see if clear A should fire list references. It's like a resume. Yeah, Tucker, just send me an email if you have an idea, if you have a solution. Because I'm gonna get I've got a little bit of time off right now. I've got like a week off where I'm just editing videos, but it just sucks because when I get really busy, there's literally zero time for me to be editing when I'm doing shows. So blind edit off. Illegal. What? Is there no blind edit? Yeah, you do need blind edit on when you're not trying to toggle it. There's a difference between just hitting the keyword blind edit and deciding whether or not you want to flip it on or off. Like, if blind edit was already on when I press this macro, then if you just have blind edit, it'll toggle it off, and that's not what I want. I want blind edit to be on. Okay, so that makes it. That makes my group phasers by type. And now when we call that, we get our towers. So now let's see if we can do a queue with color chases of R, G, and B by type. First, I'm going to take the zoom down to 0. Maybe 25. Call it 25. Laser, laser, laser. You guys are funny. And as far as I can tell, oh, let me show you guys this. I've got my color picker on my mini screens. Pretty cool. These little screens that you see, they're down over there. Those are the command screens, the little, like, not the letterbox screens, because the letterbox screens are integrated with the actual MA screens. You want pink? Okay, I'll give you pink. Tucker, just Christian at christian-jackson.com. The wildcard requires a match using Iper. Yeah, I mean, doesn't the I thought that would work. For some reason, I feel like that worked in MA too. And that like weird glitchy stuff that you're seeing, that's what happens when I move screens. Like when it's sending the show data to like align the, look at that. Oh. Did MA just crash? Hang on a second, guys. Did I lose you? All my, like literally all my screens just collapsed. Hang on one second. Coming back online. That was scary. We back? That was crazy. I just moved one screen to a different display, a different monitor. And it crashed. Well, it didn't crash, but very spooky. Is MA3 software stable yet? Quick, save the show. Oh my god, yeah, we haven't even saved the show. Quick save. Okay. So let's make our next step by clicking on our next phase arrow. So now let's chase to like a nice red. No, I don't know. Let's do orange. And then let's have our next step be orange again. And then our next step be a nice deep blue. That is so cool. Phasers are cool. Quick saves before the boss fight. Okay. Come on. Like, I think phasers are cool. That was cool, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah, I don't trust it not to break. I mean, I think that was actually an OBS problem. I think OBS caused a little freak out and everything minimized. And I just like had to open everything up one by one again. Okay, so now let's see if we go to our phaser window. Okay, that's cool. Hey, Charlie, I got your email. Thanks. See, this is pretty cool. So can I now edit this point? So this is the red. So each one of these graphs is showing an attribute. So I wonder, so I can turn off blue, maybe? What is that saying in the command line? No, I have not run any 3 version 1. I haven't run MA3 version 1 on any show, and I don't plan to for a while. But phasers are effects, man. That's the thing. It's like phasers are okay. 2 phasers or 2-step phasers, excuse me, are normal effects. That's what a normal effect is. It's just 2 steps. But now you can just continue to add more steps. You don't have to. You can have your effects. It's just they're phasers now. So let's see if we do. So this is obviously the XY. So I'm going to store this because I want to add something else. I'm really curious how phasers live together between different attributes. Like it's got to be like it's 100% got to be like a per attribute thing, and it's not actually anything to do with the queue, right? Because if I store merge, if I create another phaser for pan tilt to try to make a circle, yeah, MA3 is missing features right now. Like straight up, it's just like layout view doesn't work. Layout view does not work right now. It works. Okay, you can assign stuff to it, but you can't do like camera layout views like you're used to in MA2. Yeah, so phasers live in harmony right now with effects. They're just super effects. Phasers are super effects, and you can dumb them down to be normal effects for the most part, I think. So I'm going to store this. Whoa. What happened? Did I store it? Let's try clearing it out. And now, okay, it's empty. Great. Man, I messed that up. That's annoying. Let's try oops. So this is in the programmer. If I hit store, I guess you can't do that for, maybe I can make this a recipe? Can I make this a recipe? Like, I don't understand. Step recipe. So clear all. No. Okay. Back in the programmer. Just try to store this as an all preset. Whoa. See what I see? That's pretty cool. So as we can see, looks like pool items are a lot more detailed with the information they provide you. That is sick. So it's like 4 phases, and it shows you the color of each phase. What? That's cool. That's really cool. Strobe scope, yes, we know. Joaquim. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and store it to an executor. Store. Oh, there's no command line interaction right now. It will. So what command line interaction is, it allows you to do like label at and then click a button. What? What? Does it not work with the overlay? Is that what it is, maybe? Also, I thought there was a dedicated label key. I thought command line interaction didn't work. I remember reading that on one of the online forums, Facebook groups. New feature discovered. No, I mean, it's not supposed to. Like, okay, I think I know why. So if I do a macro, where are you? There you are. Let's see if this works. Label at. Okay, so that doesn't work. So there's no CLI with macros right now. But I can scribble them. Label. It's my beautiful at sign. I need to make it thicker. Massive thickness. It takes the name away too. That's pretty funny. Although I do like that. You label at. Yeah, it looks like you cannot. You can't use CLI with macros right now. Disable execute. Where is that? When you disable execute, it waits for user input and then executes it. But where is... Oh. Oh. Boom. Jackie. Extreme Tech. What a good idea. Nice work. My first phasers. Beauty. This is nice too because you no longer have like a separate effect pool. It's just presets. Everything is just presets, as it really should be. That is an absolute unit. Yeah, it is. Okay. So what else should we work on right now? We got like another 50 minutes. 50 minutes. Okay, Tom, I'm sorry I didn't see your comment. Tom and Jackie. Killer. Big brains. All right, let's try to make if we go back to our group, phasers by type. Just want to see if I can make color picker. No, let's hold off on that. Well, maybe. I mean, let's yeah, okay. Let's make a pseudo color picker. Why not? We've kind of messed around with phasers a little bit. Actually, I want to see. I'm gonna do some playback. See what like our playback options are. So the key, go plus encoder left command. So when you twist the encoder left, it'll execute a command, and when you twist it right, it can execute a different command. That's cool. Settings. See if we got any weird new settings. Restart first queue. Turn off soft LTP. You can't assign scribbles to macros in a layout view. Oh. You can assign images though, right? You can still assign images. Oh, can I change the screen? Sorry. Ah. There, change the screen. My bad. Output filter. He protect. Oh my god. MA protect. So this is funny because when I made my like 5 MA tricks, my 5 favorite MA tricks video thing, I referred to worlds as output filters, and now they actually use that as an actual term in the desk. That's pretty cool. I'm not saying I inspired it. Speed scale, use exec time. Okay, that's the same. We get an extra. That goes up to 256 now. Moving black always. Or never. Oh, label's the same as always. Edit. Okay, that pulls up a... Oh. Pulls up sequence editor, and then it shows you the name of the preset. That's cool. Show steps. What's up, Jackson? Welcome. Can't find the faders to the sequence? Well, you have to go to the playback page and then use this little wheel. That's your fader. I'm pretty sure, right? That's the fader, right? Yeah, the good thing is you can do appearances with colors for your color picker. Yeah, totally. It's way better. Also, another huge advantage in MA3 is you can name different. I can't remember how they call it, but it essentially allows you to name different duplicates of your same sequence with different labels. Because right now in MA2, if you go to create a row of like color picker sequences, for example, and you want to rename each row individually by the type of fixture that it's supposed to be controlling, it'll rename all of that same sequence copy. Luca, hello. Make a world with the selection of fixtures you want to put in a stack on a selection grid. Ooh. That's a good one. You guys are already way ahead of me. I don't even know why I bother with these videos. No, I appreciate it. Like, you guys, I'm sure, have had a couple days to dig into MA3, and this is the first time I've opened the software since I played around with it a little bit last night. Just tried it and it worked. Make a world. Let me reread it again. Make a world with the selection of fixtures you want to put in a stack on the selection grid. Then say blah blah blah. Next line. I mean, that's kind of what I did, right? I mean, I just did it with fixture. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. For getting around the whole groups, calling it by group name instead. Okay, I got you. So now we could kind of use worlds more as selection. Because, I mean, okay, here, I'll go one further with you. I'll go one further. We'll say if we entered the world and then stored fixture through. Okay, let's do that. This is a good little experiment, okay? Let's do let's go back to the fixture. Shoot. I lost all of my arrangement because I forgot to store the view. Shrink our page a little bit. Okay. So if we make a world, worlds, thanks Tucker. We'll do our selection view. Selection bar, what? Selection grid, that's right. So if we do what I'm thinking will work, we'll go to macros. Got our grid macro. I want to enter this, and now if I just do world spots and then store fixture through, oh no, we have to do fixture through, store group 1, store group 11, right? So blind edit on, set the grid, enter world spots. Yep. And then world beams. Fixture through. Wait. Yep. All right, I think that will work, and then we'll go back to world 1. So world 1. Is there a way to make this left justified rather than center? This like bugs the crap out of me that they're center justified. There's got to be a setting for that. Alex Hughes. Yeah, I am lost. MA3 is really confusing. Coming from someone who like uses MA2 every single day of his life, it's very confusing. Maybe title bar settings. That's a good idea. Is there? Nope. See this, I'm really excited to see how this referenced by and depends on interaction is going to work, because this is like I've seen this list references button on other pool items as well. So I think that'll be a way easier way, instead of using like search and replace keywords to like identify where stuff is stored. All right, let me see if this works first, and then I'll complain about. I'll delete group 11. Really? What? What? Am I crazy? Alex is joking, guys. Leave Alex alone. So wait, how can I delete this? Do I have to really swipe it? What? I'm so confused. So wait, clear all. Right? Right? And now if I swipe it, oh, what? So it doesn't delete. That doesn't make any sense. Nothing's in the group. I just edited it. Look, there's nothing there. Unless for some reason the grid gets stored there. Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense, because the grid is just, it's just a grid. Wait, you can't go negative? Why is there even a negative? Why? I thought you could go negative. Congrats, I found a bug. Yay. I feel so accomplished. Oh god. This looks horrible. Looks horrible. fixture images. Whoa. So I'm going to store our spots or continue on with this. Where's our beams? It's really like, okay, Alex, the hardest part I've discovered about MA3 is remembering that I can just long press on pool items to store them. I keep pulling up the command line or the overlay to hit store. And this is beams. Like I've pulled up the command overlay unnecessarily probably a dozen times. Is there anything in here I really need? I don't think it's a worlds problem. Because, like, watch. Store group 11/0. What? Let me escape. Store group 11. So I'm not in a world. Watch. I'll do like world 2. Oh man. There's also no there's no command warning message center buttons either. It's like I can't tell by looking if I'm in a world or not. That's scary. Okay, grid macro. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you see this? What? Yeah, I tried offing. Like, there's nothing there. There's one sequence being played back, and then I should just rename this "Trying to Break MA." This is cool though. Like, look at this. Someone came up with this idea. Who came up with this? Oh man, we got viewers dropping. We started off at like 360 concurrent viewers. And now everybody's like, nope, 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 this is boring. Sorry, like I said, this isn't like a tutorial. This is just me messing around with it. So, oh, okay. I think, let me try this again. Let's get this fixed. So let's store fixture Viper. I'm just gonna, for my own, oh, I guess it doesn't work that way to do the wildcard before, my bad. So if we store world 2, merge, right? Clear all, fixture mega, store world 2, store world 3, merge. Group 11 reference product executor. Oh, there's one other cool thing that I want to get into. Actually, I'm gonna make myself a quick little coffee. 1 second. Be right back. I'm gonna run an ad. I said it. I'm gonna run an ad. If I can, I don't know how to do this. Ad inserted. Is there an ad running? I don't know. I'll be right back. No ads. Just me standing creepily in the background while I pour a shot of espresso. Who cares? It says ad inserted. I don't believe you. Z-axis found. All right, hackers. Let's see here. What else? What was I just doing? Okay, so we got our beams. Clear all. Grid macro. Okay. What did you miss? Everything. We've been here for 2.5 hours. Jesus. We've basically figured out how to break selection grid window. Yeah, that was a cool ad. It said ad inserted. There's like a little button on my control panel. And I can also like let me see if I can show you this. It's pretty funny actually. You can actually see, make sure there's nothing on here that's actually compromising. You can see in real time how people's interest has weaned off. It's very cool. You can like see everybody, the real troopers, how they stick by. You guys are the real troopers. Okay. But yeah, there's a little like they give you a whole wait. Nope. I don't know how to do it. I'm an idiot. Screw it. That is not a 51, it's a 15. So I'm really curious why the selection grid moves, it like continues in units of 1 upward, even though there's nothing in the macro that says that. In fact, it basically says not to do that. It says to start here. See what I mean? Like, I wonder if that's a wait time thing. So like I'll add a wait. And then maybe, see how weird this is? It shouldn't be doing that, in my opinion. What I think. CHF5, I don't know what that is, but thank you so much. Yeah, watching me struggle with the new software is like, I think maybe that's more valuable than actually learning the new software, because there's no real point in learning MA3 instead of MA2 right now. Hey Randall, thanks for the $2, man. The stream is gonna be recorded. Well, it is. I mean, as soon as I hit stop stream, it's gonna start processing it on YouTube's side, and then it'll be auto uploaded or whatever. What's my goal with the macro? The goal is to make a macro that creates 1 column of fixtures in selection grid per fixture type, so that I can use that to chase by fixture type with phasers. Does that make sense? Because like one problem that I come across a lot is I want to, and I have macros to do this in MA2, but to have an ability to chase different sections of the rig, right? Instead of running like an effect through a group. So if you can do this in selection window and create columns for every single type of fixture or region of fixture, this could go a million different ways. This, I think, is going to be like the foundation for creating really cool rig-based effects. You guys like my merch boxes? These are all the blanks, by the way. These have yet to be, I haven't done anything with them yet. So stay tuned for that, I guess. Yeah, I think low, mid, and high. Dude, I mean, honestly, there's so much you can do with phasers now. It's crazy. It's like finally catching up to the Virtuoso V676. Have you guys seen that console? Let me see if I can pull it up. V676. Let me switch you over to my main screen. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. This is a V676. It's a PRG desk, and it's pretty crazy. I've seen them in person like twice in my life, but it's like a purpose-built lighting desk that PRG uses for all sorts of shows. I've never even touched one, but apparently it has phasers, and it has had phasers for like 10 years or something. It would be very cool to learn how to use it, but you pretty much have to be a PRG tech or something, and you can't buy the console. You have to rent it from PRG. Be interesting to see. Let me switch back over. There. So the problem that I'm having right now is that, and this isn't really a problem, it's more like a what, why type of thing. Grid. I'm sure you could like make all, I mean, there's so much you can do here. That's why I really like this so far. There's a lot you can do. But I'm just very curious why it's not defaulting back. Because if I do this manually, we'll go let me refresh my mind here. What was on here? So go to internal 2. Okay. So originally I had it fixture through, self fix. I guess I could do self fix world spots. Yeah, that's like what, well, I don't know if I wanted, yeah, let's just do it that way. That's easier. Self fix world, although I guess, what if you did self fix, which is select fixtures. It's a keyword that selects the fixtures of whatever you're pressing. What if you did self fix of the group? Would that ignore any grid? See what I mean? Because if I hit phasers by type, it does it with the grid. But what if I do clear all, self fix, group 11? No. That keeps grid data. So, I mean, yeah, you can do it to the worlds like we're doing right now, but there has to be... I wonder if there's a way to strip out grid data, to like remove just the grid data. What do you guys think? Got any smart ideas on how to get rid of the grid data? Yeah, I would rather just, there's got to be a way to like, you see what I mean? Like, it would be useful for other stuff to be able to totally get rid of the worlds. So I mean, maybe if I stored this to a dummy world, and then self-fix the dummy world. So let's make a new macro that deletes the grid, or init grid. That makes sense, right? Yeah, every group has its grid assignment as well. There's no way of like going back. There's no like way of divorcing the two. They're married together. So what if I do store group 999/O? No. Store world 801/O. Whoop. Store. Oh, you guys, I'm sorry. So it'd be store world, then blind edit on. New Wallety, thank you for the €2 donation. Appreciate that. Thank you. I have an idea. I have an idea on how to extract the grid until MA comes up with a way to do it. Tim, what's up? I'm good. How are you? So blind edit on. And then if we do store group 801/O, first do a clear all and world 1. Whoops. How do I oops? Oops. So clear all, world 1, store world 801, blind edit on, clear all, world 1, store group 801. No, wait, store, hang on a second. Self-fix world 801. And then store group 801/O. And then clear all, world 1. Or no, I don't need to do that. Blind edit off. That's okay. Hey, Minecraft's for all ages, dude. I've actually never played Minecraft except for like 45 minutes that I didn't quite get it. Ooh, use classes to select fixture types. I guess you could do that. That's a good idea. That's like another type of, yeah. Wait, worlds hold grid data too? There's no way. There's no way a world holds grid data. And then we do clear all. Whoop. And then self-fix world 801. I feel like this will work. Ibaldo, thank you, bro. Thank you for the $5. You're killer. No, did I mess it up? Did I mess something up? Self-fix. Okay, so let's just walk through this. So I have a selection. When I hit this macro, it's going to store that world to 801 and overwrite it. Then I'm going to go into the blind editor, clear everything out, go to world 1, select all the fixtures in world 801. Okay, got it. And then store that to group 801 and overwrite anything that's existing there. Then I'm going to clear all, exit out of the blind editor, clear all again, and then select all the fixtures. No, and then I'll just do group 801. That's it. It always helps to like talk through your macros when you're making them for the first time. So let me just do this. So if I have a group and I'm like, oh man, I don't like that grid. No. How do worlds... I'm writing an email to MA right now. That's a huge bummer. Like, worlds... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a reason that worlds should have selection order. Or not selection order, but the grid. Oh, wait. I have an idea. What if we... No, because you can't like reset the grid. Or can you? I'm starting to remember the swipies, guys. I hope you're proud of me. Call this strip or reset grid. No grid. Strip grid. I like strip grid because it removes the existing grid. V1 intensifies. I feel like worlds shouldn't have grid data in them. I'm all down. I'm down for like compelling arguments for why. Let's make a circle. I need to break from this. Make a circle. So I don't know if you noticed this or not, but there is a new feature that allows you to see where the beam terminates, what the fixture number is. Campsys Magic Q outputting ArtNet to a 5-pound dongle. Yeah. There's definitely something to be said about the power of Campsys for how little it costs. It's pretty insane. Do front. So if I enter my spots world, let's just try to make a circle, guys. Make a circle real quick. I'm going to store this view. Yes. Store. CJ. Okay, so that's stored for now. Let's go work on our phaser, which I guess first let's set a position, a tilt position, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so there. I'm going to store that to okay, that's stored. Clear all. Wait, no, it's not stored. Store Q1. Merge. Okay, it stayed. Did it stay? Okay, it stayed. We're good. Do I think the price for the GrandMA consoles is justified? They are expensive. I don't think they're grossly overpriced. I think they're a little overpriced. Does that make sense? Like, I get why it's expensive. I get why it's like the most expensive or one of the most expensive, but it is a little on the pricey side. It's hard to get. Here's what I'll say: the lower end stuff, like command wings, I think are priced too high. I think the onPC systems are priced too high. If you were able to, because here's the thing, like since you're hard limited to 4096 parameters, at least in MA2, on the onPC side of things, then like I almost wish that onPC had a lower limit of parameters but had cheaper equipment. Does that make sense? Like maybe 20, I don't know, 2048 parameters maxed out, but then maybe command wings are only $3,000, and then you're limited to the 2048. I think that would be like a better way of getting people involved in the MA ecosystem. Like if command wings, can you imagine how many people would have MA command wings if they were $3,500? Everyone, like, it would be insanity. But like the MA3 command wings, I think are what, almost $6,000, $6,000. 3,000 is like a very fair price for 4 universes of license and a command wing hardware. But I'm sure if you were to ask the person who's in charge of like MA's money, they'd probably say they're barely breaking even on command wings for the development cost. That's the bummer part. So I don't know, but maybe you can make it up with the volume and the number sold. Anyways, that's just my opinion. Let's make a circle. Okay, so if we do a relative, man, this is tough. Like I don't even know where to begin. So add a relative. Oh. Yo. Okay. So how do let's do the phase here. 0 through, let's just do 180. It's fun. But now, see, it's I'm not sure why it's Nice, Jason, congrats. The fader wing, that's a really good purchase. There's a I don't know if I want to say this in public out loud because I'm kind of thinking about grabbing it myself. There's an MA2 command wing on eBay right now for like $4,000, $4,200, I think. Okay. So this isn't bad. We've got the relative phaser thing going on. Except, whoa. Excuse me? Ah, no. Delete. What? How do I... Oh, okay. We're good. So... move? Free my homie phaser. You picking up what I'm laying down here? So this is cool because the relative grid shows you like obviously the relative values like plus and minus, but then it shows a trace of the individual fixture icons or the spots as overlays on the grid to show where if they were absolute values, where they would be. Yeah, okay, that's the other thing. So if you're wary about buying MA gear because it's so expensive, like, you have to realize that it doesn't depreciate almost at all. When I bought my first command wing, my only command wing, whatever. When I bought my command wing, I used it for a year and a half and then sold it for maybe $500 less than what I paid for it. And I bought my my MA2 console. It's not here yet. It's still on a truck back from Florida. But I I check the prices on like MA2 lights pretty frequently. I could sell it for the exact same amount of money I bought it for. And it just prints money. If you've got it like going out on rentals and stuff, it's stupid not to. Okay, so then we'll use there's got to be a way to make these a circle or make them like Bezier. You know what I mean? Whoa. Found a new trick. If you right click on the points, it will temporarily send all of your fixtures to that point. And you can fine tune the actual. Wow. That's some more genius level big brain stuff. I should film this upcoming bumper shoot. I just did a bumper shoot and I filmed it. It's like literally I just uploaded that yesterday. And it's part 1 of 3. So wait a second. Select all steps. Flip selection. Whoa. I can't do the full length shows like that anymore. I got in trouble for that. Oh wow, we're actually going back up in viewers. I tell you, it's the circle effects. People go crazy. I do want to figure out how to smooth these curves though. Like there has to be a way, right? I wonder if it's in the acceleration. So if I select my points, and then move them. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Look at this. Give this man or lady a raise. Whoever came up with this. Okay, I'm going to change the phase to... You do the circle with just 2 points. What the... I got it. That's like a very... story worthy. That's pretty awesome. It's like definitely the coolest part so far. Is it possible? I mean, I crashed an actual MA3 by patching 999,000 fixtures. It just instantly crashed. Like, I was like, oh, let me just see what happens. Like 9999999, enter, boom, just instantly crashed. Okay, we're gonna spend a few more minutes here, see if we can. That is so sick. Like what? Okay, someone was saying you can make a circle with 2 points. See, this is what I'm saying. Like MA3, just the effects engine or the phaser engine is enough. The blue handle's facing inwards. Oh my god. Dude. What? Ballyhoo? Sorry. Yeah, these aren't effects anymore. These are phasers. Okay. Crazy. 2 steps to the up and down. Okay, let me. So here's my problem with phasers right now. It's like there's no. It's less. There's got to be a way to like edit it with a table rather than a graph. Just because sometimes it's really cool to have like an exact mathematical movement. So let me see if I can. Someone was saying if you just add 2 points, add 2 relative points here and here. I'm just guessing here. I don't. Obviously I don't know what I'm doing. But I suppose if you had it run through the center and then change the speed to do 10 again. Then that's too far. So we'll go like here and here. Okay, now if we grab, how did I even do that before? Select all steps, and then oh god. Whoa. Sick. Programmer. Fourth down on the left. Yo. See what I mean? Like I want to make it a little more mathematical than that. I'm sure there's a way. Now the views will go back down. I don't know. We've been sitting above 250 for this whole time. Oh yeah, we're on a different screen. Here we go. Booyah. Let me readjust this width. Okay, so we got circle action going. It's also for some reason affecting the color, even though I didn't really start. I wasn't editing this. Maybe I can just remove the RGB from this phaser. Hang on. Little subscrollers are weird. Okay, so now I believe if we okay, so circle, but how do I divide it up? That's what I want to know. Yeah, but how do I do the wings? Acceleration, decel, transition. I wonder if you would have to make two different selections and have the circle go opposite ways. You know what I mean? Must be a matrix. You do this wings with phase. I don't know about that. Maybe 0 through 360 through 0? I mean, kind of. That's kind of working. I'm lost without my symmetrical stuff, yeah. Then tap flip selection. Oh, goodness. Is that even right? That doesn't seem right. Strange. So let me pull this over. Let me step bar. Like squares. Yeah, I mean, we figured out squares. That was pretty easy. Really? I don't know about that one, guys. That had the potential for big brain, but didn't really come through. I appreciate it, though. See, now if we just like automate this. I'm not sure. Wings and MA3? I don't know. I mean, I doesn't X wings. Change the fader in the left corner. What does that mean? I think I kind of messed this one up already. I think I might just start again. We'll add relative points. Then we'll add our phase. We'll slow it down. So I wonder if I can... Can I store this? And does that call it back? Nope. I'm going to wrap this up in the next like 10-15 minutes, guys. Then we'll probably do another MA3 stream just because this is actually really fun. Like it's fun to have a new... It's fun to have a new project to kind of get in on the ground level of, because when I started learning MA2, there were already like masters of MA2, but there's no masters of MA3 right now. So that's like a really good thing for everybody, especially if you're just getting into this. You definitely should not like discount MA2 at all. It's still going to be the most powerful software and hardware for pretty much any show for the next, you know, X number of years until MA3 takes over. So I see a lot of people asking whether or not they should even bother learning MA2 now that MA3 is out, and I think it's kind of a foolish idea to get rid of MA2 in your mind and just focus on the new shiny stuff with MA3. You can make an entire living learning MA2, and you could be booked on all sorts of gigs just for knowing how to use MA2 really well. And it's not like in 5 years all those MA2 desks are going to just disappear. It's not going to happen. I mean, I still see MA1s on shows, and MA2 is a way more populated console. Like they're everywhere. And you're just going to be running into those for the next 10 years. So if you really want to like do what if you really want to like build a platform for you to grow with in the industry, if you learn MA2 first, master it, and then move on to MA3, I think you'll have a much better time. MA3 before applying the phaser? Okay, let's try that. Let's do Y wings of 2, -2. And then we'll apply our relative. Whoops. All right, let's see if this does it. Speed 10. I don't think that did anything. Yeah, MA3 is definitely a whole new world, but it's not going to be in its like usable form for at least another year if I were to guess. Probably even more. So like to the point where you can replace an MA2 show quality wise with it. That's just my opinion. I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to wrap up the stream pretty soon here. I think we had some good little experimentation going on. It was really fun, actually. I had a way better time than that I thought I would have. We didn't get a whole lot done, obviously. We stored one queue. One queue in 3 hours. Pretty sick, but oh no, wait, my girlfriend's still she's still out doing stuff. So we got like another 15 minutes here. I was gonna shut it down because I didn't want her to like feel nervous about walking in. Make more tutorials in Spanish. Man, if I knew Spanish. If I knew any other language. MA is my city. Are there professional trainings for MA2/MA3? Yeah, let's do some Q&A stuff while I wrap this up. It'd be a good time to do it. I'm gonna mess around a little bit with the phaser stuff while we're talking, but yeah. So there are definitely professional MA2 like official trainings. They're sponsored by the local distributor in your area. So like for North America, it's Act Lighting. I think it's Light Power in Europe. Those are like the official trainings, but the bummer about them is they don't really have a whole lot of them, and so there's not really. I remember when I was first starting to learn MA, I was like, oh man, I should really take these classes and like get them under my belt, and I registered for them, and I never like the classes never opened up. There's never any emails about like, oh, we got a class coming up in I think they're in, where are they? Burbank. So they've like Act Lighting has an office in Burbank, Toronto, New York. And I was like, I asked multiple times to be put on the notification list for when they're having trainings, and I never got emails. And I like submitted the form multiple times, emailed, like asked, and never got to go do an official training. But I don't think you're like it's necessary. It's definitely not necessary in order to get like jobs. No one's gonna like see if you're MA2 certified or MA3 certified or anything like that. It just doesn't happen. This is like a very word of mouth and experience based industry. So it doesn't matter if you have a little slip of paper that says you went and attended a 2-day class on how to store queues. What mic do I have? This is a Rode Procaster. Check the phase handle, sine wave icon, select a preset in the... Check the phase handle, sine wave icon. Oh. Any past/upcoming gigs in Austria? No. I'm 15 and would love to get into lighting programming. What should I do? Download. There's like 3 pieces of software you should really learn how to use. MA2, probably, firstly. Vectorworks. And they offer like, there's like a trial and like a student edition. And those are the 2 like primary, like those are the 2 most important ones. I use Capture for design still. I'm switching over to Vectorworks just because it's a little more professional. But it's very, the learning curve on it is significantly steeper than with Capture. So basically you need like a design software and you need a programming software. So whatever, you should be learning MA2 primarily, no matter what. And then you should also be learning the console that is most prevalent in your region, like where you locally live, work, whatever. So for me, that second console is Camsys. So I know Camsys decently well. I can actually I can run a show on it, no problem. Vectorworks feels a lot like Photoshop, yeah, and it's just as powerful. Like Photoshop's one of the most powerful, still image editors in the world, and it's the same thing with Vectorworks. It's intimidating with its like user interface and how much there is and the different tools, but it's you need to learn it. I need to learn it. Yeah, so I know Camsys because one of the bigger rental companies here in town, R90, they have a whole fleet of Camsys gear. And so that really helped with like getting gigs in the very beginning. So yeah, no MA2. Whoops. No MA2 because that'll get you out of your hometown, and then know the console that is most used in your hometown. Ever worked in the Netherlands? No. Will you be working Coachella this year? Fingers crossed. Also, I still can't get over the brownies and lemonade 4th of July party. Everything looked amazing. Well, thank you. That was designed by my friend J Luca on Instagram. Yeah, he asked me to go down and run the show because he had to go do a different show, I think. What else do we got in here? Do you have MX Blues on your keyboard? Yes, I do. Wow, it's creepy that you know that just by the sound. Opinion on Avo? I don't have one. I don't really use Avo. I've never really used it in any real capacity, so I don't think I have a way to form an opinion on it. How many days a week are you out on a job? Usually gone like every weekend. If I'm not like on tour, if I'm on tour, I'm gone every day, like obviously. But if I'm in like a normal festival season, then I do like a day of travel on like a Thursday, do a Friday, Saturday show, and then travel home on Sunday. So I'm gone like 4 days of the week, and then the other 3 days I'll either be doing advanced work or learning Vectorworks or editing videos. Thanks for coming, Vincent. Appreciate it. Opinion on the UK. Just on the UK? United Kingdom? And they're like technically four territories or 4 parts of the United Kingdom. I like the UK. I haven't been to anywhere except for London and Great Britain. Showing how cultured I am right now. We went to a Liverpool match like a year and a little bit ago. Year and a half ago. I figured out a workaround for the grid 000 through blah blah blah. If keyboard keys are loud enough to be heard, they're usually blues. Yes, I guess that's true. Best tip for getting gigs. Start from the bottom. Start by, I mean, if you're really like starting from nothing, then you need to find a company that will let you like work in their shop, right? Because that's where everything starts, is the shop. So if you find a local company that is doing the type of shows that you want to do, or at least close enough, or maybe the biggest company, whatever. There's someone, I guarantee you, there's probably someone in your area who's doing lights, sound, whatever, and they have a shop that's full of gear that needs to be cleaned, or cables that need to be coiled, stuff like that. If you're starting from literally nothing and nobody knows you, try to make a contact at a local company and be like, hey, I would like to intern in exchange for learning. I'll come and hang out in the shop and be your shop boy. And then from there, you'll get put on gigs as a stagehand, where your number one objective is to basically shut up and learn. Don't have an opinion on anything, and learn as much as you possibly can. And then in your free time, once you've reached that step, once you've reached the step where you've got like pretty regular stagehand gigs, your free time should be spent learning Vectorworks, learning MA, and networking with people and becoming a reliable person for those people who you're working on shows with. Because that's really like there's three parts of this industry really. There's having knowledge, having experience, and then knowing people. Those three things. So you need to build them all up equally at the same time, because when you're starting from nothing, you need to branch out in all three directions simultaneously. So once you start knowing people, and those people know that you have know that you're a reliable person, and you have the knowledge required to accomplish what they need you to do, then you can start taking cooler gigs and continuing to climb. Can you make a full tutorial on your timecode setup? Yes. Yep, I can. And I will pretty soon. Here, let me... 1 second. Properties. My webcam is looking kind of garbage. Sorry, the sun has like actually gone down from when we started this video. And I don't have it on auto. I hate auto webcams. Anyways, any gigs coming up near Ohio? Man, I just did a couple with Louis the Child. Not anytime soon. Oh yeah, my timecode setup. So I'm going to be doing a video on that box once I get the rear patch panel. I got a custom patch panel made from Redco. It's a pretty cool little box. Like it's literally all I need to run a show. Like video, lights, everything in that little box. And it's got backup power supply. Okay, a few more minutes here. Take a few more questions, and then yeah, we'll head out. Do I have a New Year's Eve gig? Yes, I'm with Louis the Child for 3 shows. We're doing Snow Globe, Decadence, and Lights All Night. I'm taking that rack with. Can I tell people that I know you? Sure. Am I going to be at the next Pro Light? I'm planning on trying to be. It's just hard because I have to take a whole week off to go and visit. It's like a whole day of travel there, a whole day of travel back. And the show's like 3 days long. So I'm going to try. Future gigs in Denmark? No, I don't really have a whole lot of Europe stuff coming up, guys. It's usually doesn't happen. How many episodes will Bumbershoot 2019 have? 3 episodes. All right, guys. I'm just about going to call it quits here. Thanks again for watching, coming and hanging out. This video will be uploaded as well. So if you missed any part of it, you can always watch it again later. And I think the chat actually plays back as well. What are in the boxes behind me? Oh, well, wouldn't you guys like to know? That's a secret. Any live busking videos anytime soon? Yeah, I think we can fit one of those in. I do have a couple new videos that are going up on Patreon that are like full length of me like in my mind, like I don't know if you guys have seen the Laid Back Luke videos where he like straps a GoPro to his head and then he does like a voiceover later. I've got one of those coming up. That's gonna be a Patreon video. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Vegas mode. No, not yet. So I'm gonna try to do some more MA3 live streams. I'm gonna take some time on my own to learn more about the software and kind of play around. Please answer your question. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Feel free to stay tuned, and if you want to stay in the chat, I think the chat actually stays up for a second. Oh, no. As soon as I kill it, it's going to stop. Oh, man. Okay. That's going to be it. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.